Good morning, what should I say? Good afternoon, my fellow Christians, brothers and sisters. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all. I believe in fathers should be there in the household. Just like I believe couples who have children should be together to raise their child together or children together. But that doesn't always work that way, and it's sad that it doesn't. But at the end of the day, even though it's true we need fathers in the household with the children, that doesn't mean that you cannot work it out. The mother or father, whoever, whichever one who has a child or children themselves, by themselves, does not mean that you cannot make that man or that woman into the right type of person. My mother raised me by herself. My grandmother mostly because my mother had to go find herself and find her husband, which she did, and I love him and I miss him, God rest his soul. But my grandmother and my mother did a great job of raising me into a real man. Now, do I have everything figured out? No, I do not. Not one person on this earth has ever had everything figured out but Jesus Christ himself. But at the end of the day, y'all, we don't have to let the fact of not having a father figure in the household make us into something that would not, or cause us to do something that we should not. You can always do better in your situation. Just like as easy as you can do that, your situation can always be worse. But one thing we need to start doing the most is putting Christ first. I'm a Christian man. It took me a long time to get there. Now, do I still have obstacles that I got to get over? Yeah, I do. I still drink. I don't get drunk, but I still drink. I was done smoking cigarettes for about 2 weeks. I slipped up today and bought a pack. Okay, but within 2 weeks, buying one pack, that's pretty good. But I'm gonna get back on it. Just frustration got to me. I'm a human being. But at the end of the day, I have to put God first. And sometimes that's hard to do, but we got to be patient with it. We got to be understanding that we're humans. It's not wrong for us to make mistakes as far as slipping up and going back to what we used to, but it's the focus that we got to focus on, not just God and Christ Himself. Same one. But y'all, these young folks, we have to help them. Don't say, "Oh, I don't care no more. Do what you want to do." Yada yada. That's the problem. When children, and I say children as in 20 and younger, because you're still not a grown person at 20 years old. When they're acting out, that's a cry for attention. That's a cry for help. That's a cry for guidance. That's a cry for understanding. That's a cry for my faith I have is not working. I need yours. Help me. We can't just back away. But at the end of the day, even though we shouldn't just back away from our young ones, we also need to let them fall in the face and learn themselves too. So at certain ages, we need to start doing that. Like at the age of 14 and up, let them fall, but be there when they fall. Just don't be a stepping stone, because at the end of the day, we still have to not spare the rod and not spoil the child, because God does say that. Christ does say that. And the meaning of you spare the rod, you spoil the child means if you do not teach them a lesson, if you do not show them where they're wrong at, if you do not chastise them, how will they figure out anything in life, let alone what's wrong and what's right? That's the key part about that statement. But y'all, at the end of the day, I'm going to always say this. I love y'all. Be a blessing, be blessed. God bless. And never forget Christ. Put him first. There's nothing wrong with it. Just because you don't understand it, you will. But just because you don't understand it doesn't mean that it's wrong, doesn't mean that it doesn't feel right. What is good never feels right if you never tried it. But once you get used to it, same as anything else, then you'll realize. You have a blessed day. Love you all.